Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston from the Roby family of companies. We are your hosts. We're joined by Brick McDermott in the second and third segments of the show, so if you missed that, please go back, check out our podcast. And Brick, you are something special because we brought you back for the fourth segment.
Well, thank you.
Because I think we missed. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I hope everybody heard your Merry Christmas at the end of the last segment. It is the holiday season.
Yes.
But let's talk about your something that ties back with Andrew Roby Construction and really Roby Electric to a point as well, and that's the renovation financing that you guys can provide. Can you give us sort of a synopsis of that? I know we did that in the last segment, but I think everybody probably wants to hear that again.
Yeah, we it's a good product. It's a go up to 417 loan amount and up to 95% loan to value. We use future value, so what we'll do is get the plans and the specs and give it to the appraiser, and the appraiser will value what it will be in 6 months. You pay. I mean, you just close up front, and we hold. Say it's $50,000 of renovation work. We hold it in our escrow and divvy it out when the builder needs it. So it's a good product, and you're locked in for. I mean, a 30-year fix or do whatever.
So do you do most of those when somebody's buying a house or an existing house that they already own, or is it a combination of the two?
You can do both. It's most of them are when they already own the house. But if somebody finds a house that they want to put, even if they say, okay, well, I love this house, but it needs to, put $10,000 into it to, clean shutters and just kind of do some cosmetic stuff. We can do it.
And what it does is saves them from having to lose that cash out of pocket.
Correct.
They're able to carry it over the life of the loan,
mortgage,
which is 20 or 30 years.
Correct.
Got it.
Backup home generator.
That's fine.
Let's do it.
Wow, that's what you want to do it for? I got a question for you, Brick. Where does it make sense? Say I'm a homeowner, I live in a $300,000 house. Let's call that, or a $1 million house, and I only have a $300,000 loan. Let's put it that way. And I mean, is it worth doing it for $5,000 or $10,000, or is there a certain dollar amount you need to spend?
I would probably
go with a HELOC.
Go with an equity line. Hook them up with one of the banks I work with here to set up an equity line. But if you've got some meat to it, if you're moving walls and stuff like that, then yeah, I mean a renovation would probably make more sense.
Well, the thing with an equity line is they're generally variable.
Correct.
So they'll move if the Trump bump over 8 years goes up a lot, then
turns into a Trump. Yeah.
An equity line you could get caught holding a bag on some interest.
Correct. So it just depends on the situation.
Well, good. That's great.
Well, Brick, obviously we appreciate having you on the show. Thanks for sticking around for this last segment. Trent, we got a few more minutes. I want you to give a plug for your Christmas tree farm. I know you're working there a few nights this week. You still got any trees left down there?
Today is the last day.
Today is the last day.
Man, you hit me on the third weekend of our Christmas tree sale. It isn't a Christmas tree farm. But we've sold trees. I think this is the 8th year we've sold trees for 8th or 9th year. I think I started about the same time that the Roby family started our cornhole tournament 8 years ago. But it's for Still Creek Presbyterian Church. The money goes to our youth and to our mission trip. So we really do it just for the fun of it.
I was about to say.
To fellowship. And the kids get to come out there and run through the Christmas tree lot, So it's pretty cool, man. It's me and my buddies at church, and every year we say we're going to change stuff, and then we get out there and we argue, and we don't change anything. I'll tell you, the big change this year on the Christmas tree lot was instead of having poles overhead and tying the trees vertical, we stuck stakes in the ground, like tomato stakes.
Okay.
Because we are in the agricultural district out there on Highway 160 in Still Creek, and we put the trees on those. We thought that was going to be a terrible mistake, but we figured it out, and it worked pretty good.
Well, I saw you. We had breakfast one day this week, and you had a pickup truckload of Christmas trees, and you had parked in a behind the building in the shade. and we were kind of giving you a little, is it going to dry the tree?
Well, y'all like giving me a bunch of crap about it because y'all think I'm hiding my truck because I don't want y'all to think I'm moonlighting on the Christmas tree lot. I know the deal.
We know you're hustling.
I really don't care what I do. If you're doing your job, I can go hustle Christmas trees 12 hours a day, right? But that's the funny thing. So you jokers,
why do you park in the shade?
Y'all want to call me out about it?
Why do you park in the shade? Tell them why.
And then I had a kaboom, and I came back and I said, well, if you park in the sun, the strings around the Christmas trees where they're wrapped up, if the sun hits it, it'll fade the Christmas tree under the string, and it'll make it look like it's a zebra.
See, I'm leading you down a path here because that had to have happened to you before, for you to realize that.
No, the Christmas tree. I listened to the Christmas tree.
Doctor told you that.
The Godfather. The Godfather, Jimmy Odom.
The
Christmas tree Godfather.
Where do you get him? Okay, tell him. Kind of.
He has the Odom brothers have some land in the mountains up in Avery County. Jimmy and Fountain Odom, old school Charlotte folks. I've got to know these Jimmy very well over the last couple of years. We become dear friends buying Christmas trees, but they bring them down, and he helps our church out. Our pastor used to preach at his church, so it works out, but it's good. And it just gets you in the holiday spirit.
Now, you know what, Trent, you're right. And of course, this is our last show before Christmas because we're going to skip. They're giving us Christmas Day off. I don't know if you got the memo.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I could go to sleep and say a prayer and ask for a permanent smell for the rest of my life, I used to think it would be Dracar Nor. That was back in middle school. And then when I went to high school, I thought it was Tommy Hilfiger's new cologne. That went by the wayside. And as I've gotten older, I think it's now a Fraser Fur.
Well, go do yourself a favor. Go over to Yankee Candle and get the Christmas tree candle.
Okay,
that thing is
yes,
sweet.
Sir.
I could burn that sucker.
Get some Dracar.
Or some Dracar.
I've probably got a couple bottles left.
Merry Christmas, man. It's been a great
year.
Merry
Christmas. Thank you for listening. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful time and can enjoy their family during this holiday season. Thank you very much.